The note touched his palm for less than a second, just enough time for the words to burn into his skin. "You're in a trap, don't move." For a man who owned private jets and boardrooms full of power, this should have been laughable. Billionaires weren't the ones who got warned by waitresses. They were the ones who did the warning. But as the woman walked away, apron tied too tight, hands shaking just enough to notice, something in her eyes told him this wasn't a joke, and the story reminds us that kindness still matters. Ethan Cole hadn't come to the restaurant to impress anyone. No entourage, no assistant, just a quiet table near the window and a rare moment to breathe. He liked places like this, ordinary, human, untouched by the noise of his world. The waitress returned with his water, offering a soft smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. When she set the glass down, her fingers lingered, sliding the folded napkin toward him as if by accident. That was the moment. Ethan didn't react. Years of discipline kept his face calm, his posture loose. He unfolded the napkin slowly beneath the table, 3 words, sharp, urgent. Across the room, he finally noticed what she had noticed first. 2 men pretending not to watch him, one by the bar, one near the exit. Both too still, too alert. His pulse stayed steady, but his mind moved fast. Corporate rivals, extortion, he'd had threats before, but never like this, never in public, never with a stranger risking her job to save him. The waitress passed again, refilling another table. This time, she whispered without turning her head. "They're not here to scare you," she said quietly. "They're here to make it look like an accident." That was the twist. Ethan felt something he hadn't felt in years. Not fear, but recognition. He'd grown up watching his father work double shifts as a server, come home exhausted but proud. This woman, she had the same tired strength, the kind that notices details, the kind that chooses to care when it's safer not to. "Why help me?" he asked softly as she cleared his plate. She hesitated. Then, honest and simple, "Because no one warned my brother." She walked away before he could say anything else. The tension thickened, the men began moving closer, the exit felt farther. The restaurant noise blurred into a low hum. Then Ethan did something no one expected. He stood up, not to run, but to thank her. "Loud enough for the room to hear, I just want to say," he said, voice calm, warm, "this is the best service I've had in years." Every eye turned. The 2 men froze. The manager approached confused. The waitress stopped mid-step, her face pale. Ethan placed the napkin on the table, unfolded. "I think your staff just saved my life." Within minutes, security arrived. Real security. Not the kind pretending to drink at the bar. The men were escorted out, their plans unraveled by a folded piece of paper and a brave heart. Later, as the restaurant settled back into its rhythm, Ethan waited near the kitchen. "Thank you," he said when she finally looked at him. "You didn't have to do that." She shrugged, eyes wet. "Someone had to." He left a tip that changed her year. Then he did something that changed her life. He funded her nursing school application she'd been hiding in her locker, unfinished because life had gotten in the way.